All right, Colton, kick us off.
Eustace Von Doom here. This is Super Talk Bros. Who do we have here today with us? Was that bad?
No, that's fine. Yeah, you got Big Brother Toby here.
Bunny, but I'm sick, so I'm sick bunny.
Sick B.
Sick bee.
Sick B on the beat.
So what's up?
It has been, I want to say, 2 weeks. Not much has happened. We're still a piece of garbage.
You have a new job.
I do have a new job.
You are an employed man again. You've had 1 or 2 full weeks so far. 1.5. This is your second.
Roughly, yeah.
Okay, how's that? What tell us what you're doing. You don't have to say where, but
it doesn't bother me. I work at a gas station called the Road Ranger. I work in the kitchen. I make the breakfast and the lunch. And
what kind of foods do you make?
I make burrito foods. We do eggs and sausage. We do chorizo and egg. We do a lot of bacon. I do the breakfast sandwiches in the morning.
So can you cook bacon now?
I can bake bacon, yes.
You bake it in the oven?
Yeah, actually, yes.
That's actually my favorite way to have bacon, is baked in the oven. It makes it crisp all the way through. It's not like half of it's cooked or whatever. And you have the added pleasure of not being popped by all the fucking grease. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So it goes through a pizza oven, actually.
Ah, okay.
We do cook cookies, though.
Cook cookies?
We do cook cookies.
Cook cookies?
Mm-hmm.
What's a cook cookie?
It's a cooked cookie.
All cookies are cooked.
Not all of them.
What are you talking about?
Cookie dough is a cookie that is not cooked. It is the dough of the cookie.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to eat cookie dough raw. I know.
No, cookies are baked.
Yeah, they're baked.
Okay, but why do you bake cookies but cook bacon?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, Mr. Philosopher.
Get fucked. How come you gotta act like you're? How come you gotta pretend to be asleep to fall asleep?
These are the deep questions that you read on Instagram posts.
Yes. Why is a?
He saw these on TikTok.
I don't have TikTok. Why does a cargo?
He saw these on YouTube Shorts.
Probably.
YouTube Shorts. Yeah, YouTube Shorts. A cargo is yes. You get the whole idea.
Yeah. It's.
But I make the pizzas at the gas station. Fun fact: I go in at 3:30 in the morning. I know for some of you listeners, that's he's a poser. I do that every day. But for someone of as cool as me, I think that's something worthy of saying.
That you go to work at 3:30,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and how do you get to work?
My mom.
His mommy takes
Mommy
him.
picks him up because mommy has to go to work at around the same time. Actually, you force our mother to get up earlier and leave the house early because
like
you're
30 minutes.
Because you're a fucking bum.
Get fucked. When I get my license, I'm gonna be a.
When I get my license, said a 21-year-old man sitting in this room with me who has a baby.
Speaking
When I get my license.
Speaking of babies and 21-year-olds, you should go. You have to purchase for the Patreon.
Yes,
you should go buy our Patreon.
Patreon, usually people pay for it, but I'm putting the Super Talk Bros up on Patreon for free. Anyone can listen to these for free.
But you should still go watch the other Patreon videos.
Yes.
Spend your money on us.
There's no Patreon videos.
Patreon podcasts.
Right.
Spend your money on us.
Goobs and I just recently posted a story time episode where I get drunk off my balls and try to read a children's scholastic book.
Did you already explain what happened on the way downstairs?
Well, okay. This is from 1989. I didn't realize it was so old. Holy hell. Yeah, so we got done with our recording session last night. I was pre-gaming, and then I took anywhere from the ballpark of 5 to 7 shots, and then I kept drinking while I was recording, trying to read the book. I don't remember the last 15 minutes of the recording session that we had, me and Goobs. And these two were already in their bedroom, tucked in for the night. And I started going downstairs because I had to go to the restroom. And I guess I sloshed everything around. And I started to puke my brains out.
I get home from work, and Toby's like, he just looks sad. And
wasn't-
first thing he does to
wasn't
start
sad. I was just-
conversation was, did you hear any of that last night? Did I hear what? I threw up walking down the stairs and made a mess in my bathroom.
Word.
Yeah, well, I was throwing up as I started halfway down the stairs, and I caught it in my hands.
Oh, word.
And so it was all over my shirt. It was all over my hands, and I made it to the bathroom. Made a mess in the toilet area.
400 listeners this month, and he will send one of the keys on his keyboard after he had touched.
What are you talking
I
about?
don't know. It sounded
This
better
is
in my head.
weird.
It sounded better in my head.
You're what? Do you think I'm one of the internet girls that are like selling their farts in jars and?
I mean, I bet you people would buy that.
Selling their undies.
There's that same girl that was selling bath water and stuff. She is actually right now making a beer from her own yeast.
Coochie.
Her own.
Actually, I would not drink that because they found out that she had a down there disease, and people that were
Dog, we're all of age. You can say an STD.
she had an STD, and the people that were getting her bath water and stuff were getting the STD because they were like
drinking it. Probably
they were drinking it and they were putting it into their own bath water, and they were getting the STD. I don't remember which one she had.
She's really not even that attractive.
We're gonna say allegedly on all this because we don't
Allegedly.
We're not starting
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly, these are rumors that Bunny made up.
I saw on Instagram that allegedly.
Instagram. That's a very that's a
Yeah,
good source
yeah.
of information.
Yeah, no. Allegedly, she was
Thank
giving
you.
people STDs
That's
with
one.
her bath water.
that's
So I would not drink that beer.
This is the one thing you should understand about saying things
Ow.
with accusations on the internet. You should probably go ahead and always put an allegedly.
Yes.
Like I
Word.
allegedly threw up everywhere going down the stairs.
Okay, but what if
Dean
that
is
person's already
allegedly
dead?
stabbing me with his claws right now.
What about so allegedly Michael Jackson was a child predator?
Hey, will you talk into the mic and not to the side of it, please?
Allegedly,
Yeah.
Okay, Dean.
Michael Jackson was a child predator.
I'm sorry about that.
Yes, that's an accurate statement because nothing was proven as far as I know.
Ow!
The cat is killing Bunny.
It's okay. I love him.
She is being assaulted.
Sometimes it hurts to love.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway,
What?
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Stop it.
Will you shut your whore
I'm
mouth?
sorry. He's like.
Would you shut your alleged whore mouth, please? Whore
He's
mouth.
like sitting on me weird, so it's hurting my thigh, but he's also stabbing into my boob. It's not fun.
and you're. Jesus.
And I'm sick.
All right, continuing on, Colton. Ignoring.
So we have recently played the South Park
I'm sorry.
Stick of Truth.
No, not even close. We played South Park 64, the multiplayer mode the other night.
It was very fun. I have heard, I actually think I remember being around you when you were playing that with your friends.
So
and it was so different.
It's funny because when I was about 16 or 17, I don't recall the year, but so hold on, how old would that have made you?
Me?
Yeah, if I'm
2.
30, okay, so you were probably 2 or 3. We were living in that apartment. I was working at an Italian restaurant because I had gotten kicked out of school up by that point, out of high school. Do you not know that either?
I didn't know that either.
Okay.
graduated, right?
Huh?
You graduated, right?
I did graduate, yes.
Oh, okay, so you'll have to explain that.
Okay, yeah. So anyways, while I was kicked out of school, I started working at this Italian restaurant that was just like a block away from the apartment that we lived at with Mom. And
What was this Italian restaurant called? may I ask?
Luigi's.
Isn't that still a thing?
Yeah. They just actually moved it closer to the apartments. They moved it across the highway, basically. Anyways, no one knows any of this or cares about any of this. So what I would do every day is, because they had me working the afternoon shift and the dinner shift every day, 6 days a week. So like I was working like 12 hours a day for 6 days a week. So every day I had this routine where I'd go into work, and then I would get 2 hours off a day, or 2 hours a break, basically a 2-hour break. So really wasn't working 12 hours straight. I was working like 10, but I had anyway, whatever. So I would go to Arby's. They used to have the 5 for $5 deal. Do you remember the 5 for $5 deal? You probably were too young.
Yeah, way too young. Way too young.
Do you even remember having an Arby's in our town?
Dog, it closed down in the last year, yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We
Yeah.
had an Arby's.
Anyways, so they had this deal called 5 for $5, and they had like 10 different items that you could choose from on a menu, but you could get 5 items for $5.
That's pretty lit.
It was badass. I would get 2 Arby melts, a French fry,
I'm sorry.
a mozzarella stick, and a soda every single day. This is when I started getting fat. Like
Hey,
this.
I wasn't gonna say that, but I when I worked at the casino, I got every day. There's this thing called an Oki poutine, and
Oh,
I
you're
must
never
mention
gonna have
I
that
must
again.
mention that we are very close to the state of Oklahoma. I'm not doxing myself. I'm just saying we live really
Allegedly.
Allegedly, we live close to Oklahoma.
Yes.
So the casino is in Oklahoma.
Right.
Anyways, but there's this meal called the Oki poutine. It was quite literally French fries, gravy, cheese, and jalapenos.
Yeah. That's.
And I would get that 3 days out of the week, twice a day. And it was the greasiest fucking thing ever, but it
Nah,
was
for
so
real.
good.
If I ever
so
went up
good.
there, I pretty much got the same thing, but it was just normal fucking chili fries instead of all that extra
oh my
shit.
God. Oh, just thinking about that makes me
Horny?
wanna- Yes. Yes. Like,
Anyways,
really.
can I finish my fucking story before
You
you
sure
start
can.
your own?
Yes.
So I would get that, and I'd come home, and every day for 2 hours, I either watched an episode or two of a Street Fighter animated series that I had bought that I'd never seen before, or I would play South Park 64. So what I was getting at is that you probably had seen me play that game at one point or another when you were just a wee lad.
I actually
Is the pea snowballs and Stick of Truth too?
No.
Okay, yeah. See, I remember the peeing on the snowballs. I remember that very like it was yesterday, but I don't remember it being like that.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to play that the other night with y'all, but I was too icky. You know.
Yeah, she was too busy throwing up because she's
Yeah,
a loser.
I at first I was in here when they started streaming, and I was sitting behind Colton, and my bad, Useless, and he kept like moving forward. Eustace, he kept moving forward and then moving back and hitting my stomach. And you know we're really sick right now. He's feeling better. I'm not feeling better yet. But I kept asking him. I was like, "Hey, can you not?" And you know he would get excited and do it again. So I ended up throwing up. Like
We've all thrown up in the last week.
right,
Cool.
almost
Not me.
the whole time they were recording that I was in the bathroom throwing up. Like I'm in it for like maybe 20 minutes, and then the rest of the whole stream I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Sydney, which is our friend who was also in the stream, was like, "Is she throwing up coffee grounds? Is it coffee grounds? That's blood." And I was like, "No, it's just ice cream." And what else did you have to eat?
I had ice cream and chocolate cheesecake, so it looked like blood, but it was not. But I didn't even get to see the game. Like I saw the pause menu screen thingy.
While we
for
were
the
figuring it
game.
out.
But they hadn't even started the game before I rushed to the bathroom. So.
I was not a big fan of it. Like, I think the whole thing is great, but dude, the fucking mechanics sucked.
Mechanics sucked. The controls sucked. The levels are very empty.
I think the levels were nice. It was just
It sounded like y'all were having fun.
We were having
I got
fun.
like one kill the entire stream.
I was really kicking ass. It's fun when you can laugh about how bad it is.
Yeah. What is the game about? I didn't.
It's like a
Like-
first-person shooter. You
I
just
Yeah.
shoot
didn't
your
see
friends.
anything.
There's
like a-
like different episodes that you go through if you're doing the story mode.
I think I remember you playing the story mode.
Yeah, that's all I ever played, but I didn't ever get very far in it because, well, and at the time I didn't have a memory card, so I would just play the first couple levels over and over, and then like I said, play
Dean.
play that
Damn it.
or watch that Street Fighter
You left me.
movie cartoon show, and I did that for about 6 or 7 months before I started in the oil field, and then that's when my life became completely different. Now, for me getting in trouble, since you didn't know this. When I was a senior in high school, because I used to make my comedy sketch. Comedy. I say comedy. Allegedly, it's comedy.
Very loosely.
Yeah.
Didn't you? What? I actually do remember you touching on this. Bitch.
Well, this is what happened.
Talking to the front of the mic, not the side.
Not the side of it.
Get fucked.
So I made a video outside of school, and again, I was 16, 17. My friends were 16, 17. One of my friends in the video
Oh, you told us about this?
Yes, he mooned the camera, and then I burnt it onto DVDs for my friends. It was terrible. It was called The Movie About Nothing. I'll show you one day.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's stupid. It's just us. We were recording stuff on the fly and making a story out of it. Like we were like, oh, let's go here. Let's do this. This will be funny.
Every kid's done that.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
we edited it, added music, burnt it onto DVDs. One of the other kids, because there was only 3 or 4 of us involved in this, took it to school, showed it to a teacher first period, saw his ass in it.
Why?
Because if you knew the guy, you'd be like, well, that makes sense that he would do something stupid like that. Love him to death, but he's a dumbass. Anyways, yeah, so the principal came and wanted to talk to me, but it was... So I used to leave school after lunch. Well, I was... Technically, I could leave before lunch, but I'd sit in the lunchroom and hang out with my friends and then go home, right? Because I didn't have to have a full schedule. So I was already supposed to be gone. But I was in the lunchroom, and the assistant principal came up and tried to get me to go to his office. And I was like, what's happening? Because I wasn't aware of anything that was happening.
Yeah.
And he was like, come with me right now.
Come with me if you want to live.
Anyways, I questioned it, I guess, once or twice too many times. There's a little more. I'm giving you the abbreviated version. I questioned him too many times, which was one extra time, like twice. I questioned, like, what's happening? Because I wasn't aware. And he goes, never mind. And he threw his hands up and he stormed out of the lunchroom. And I followed him because, now it's like, what the fuck did I do? And he was like, as I'm walking through the hallway, he's turning around yelling at me, I'll deal with you on Monday, because it was a Friday. I'll deal with you on Monday. So now I'm pissed because I'm just being yelled at by this guy for no absolute reason in my eyes. And he slams the door. So there's 2 ways to get into his office. He slammed the first door in my face. And so I marched around to the other door because I thought that door was going to be open. And I banged on it because it was shut as well. And he slung open the door and stepped into my face like he was going to punch me. And he was like nose to nose with me. And he goes, I'll deal with you on Monday. And I got frustrated. I clenched my fists out of frustration, reached into my pocket, pulled out my phone, called my dad and said, hey, we have a problem up here. I don't know what's going on, but I need you to come up here right now. When my dad came up there, he wouldn't talk to me. He was like, Monday. I'm not talking to either one of y'all until Monday. So by Monday, my dad goes up to the school with me, and they want to put me, and this is like the second 6 weeks of school. Mm-hmm. Like this, we're not even halfway through the year. They were going to put me in ISS, which is in school suspension, for the entirety of the year.
Fuck that.
Fuck?
Or I could quit. So I always say I got kicked out, but I was given those 2 options. So if
fuck that principal.
They were trying to say that I had child pornography because my friend's butt was in the video. And they tried to claim a couple of things, but like that's the one that always sticks out to me.
Well, did any of your friends get in trouble, like especially the one who made the quote unquote pornography?
Well, I made it.
Well, you recorded it, but they put their ass out. Like they made the child pornography. You didn't ask them
I
to
don't know
pull
if
their
that's
ass out.
allegedly.
Allegedly, they are the ones that pulled their ass out. You didn't tell them, be like, "Hey, this is a funny shot. Pull your ass, move the camera."
Again, if you knew this kid, you would know that he just pulled his ass and balls and
Okay,
dick out
so
all
that
the
would
time.
be his fault. It's like Colton. If Colton were to do that shit at school,
Okay,
it'd
but
be
here's the
his
thing:
fault.
everybody has that one friend that just whips their balls out and is like, "Hey, dude, look at this bat wing I just made!" Like, and that was the thing back in the day.
Yeah, it was a thing back in the day.
Back in the day, you still
Check
do
out
that
this
shit.
hamburger, dude.
Colton is the only person I've ever met that does anything like that, and I've like, I don't really have a lot of girlfriends.
He learned that from me.
Wow.
I would
Wow.
like my friends will be leaving in their car, and I'll be like, "Wait," and they'll go to roll down my window, and they'll just press my ass up against their fucking window.
That's a press ham.
I always
it's a
had like
press
guy
ham.
friends growing up and shit, and none of them ever did shit like that.
Yeah.
No, most of them are gay now though, but none of them did that.
That's probably why they want to whip their ass out in front of you.
Nah, bro.
Okay, so anyways, so the other two kids did get in trouble, and I don't remember. Well, it wasn't their senior year; they were juniors. This was my senior year.
Bitches.
So like they were like, "Fuck it." So I was in a C++ class, which is like a computer science class where I could have worked on computers and stuff. It would have got me certified for C++ at the time. I was in the yearbook. I could no longer work on the yearbook. I couldn't go to homecoming. I couldn't go to prom. And look, this is like all the shit they were saying that I couldn't do anymore. So I was like, well, fine. I'll quit and I'll come. And I said, can I come back next year? And the principal looked at me and said, yeah, you can, but you won't.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. And so I quit school for the remainder of that year and went back the following year. And in that time, I worked at the Italian restaurant for about 6 months, and then I started in the oil field. And like when I was going back to school the next year to finish my senior year, they canceled the C++ program. We also had a local radio station. I was on the local radio all the time.
Yeah.
And they canceled the radio program, so that we didn't have that anymore. And luckily I did get to work on the yearbook my senior year.
If it's any consolation, I didn't ever get to go to prom either.
You know what?
I
What's
went to
really
prom.
funny?
God damn it!
So
I'm the
it's
only one
really.
who didn't.
I've actually
Babe.
never been to prom.
I went to 2 proms.
Oh, thank God.
I think looking back at my high school experience, I wish I would have gone to prom. I literally was like, no, that shit's gay. I'm not going.
I wish I wouldn't have dropped out.
But what's
Like-
wrong with gay? Nothing's wrong with gay.
No, nothing's wrong with gay. I just
So Colton, I'm trying to break him of this habit of saying everything is gay with a negative.
negative tone. Yeah, I mean that was not poggers. That was not cash money. That was not cool.
There we go. That was.
But what I didn't know that you had the chance to do something with the school that would have made you very, very, very successful.
Well,
I-
who knows if it would have made me successful?
Well,
but
you know.
I would have had a different career right now.
100%. I had the chance to become a mechanic at a local. I say local. It's a mechanic shop here in town, but because I was working with the Job Corps or whatever it was, and they were like, "Yeah, we can get you set up out of high school."
You were going to
starting-
work at a glory hole. Be honest.
No, seriously, it was like $15 an hour. They were going to train me from the ground up, and I was going to end up making like $27 an hour almost, or something like that. But I couldn't do it because I couldn't pass the drug test.
Damn.
Idiot.
You know what's funny?
So here, but no, I didn't realize this. We both fucked up a very nice career by dumb mistakes.
I didn't make a mistake. I made a video in my own private time with my friends. My friend is the one that brought it to school. I did not bring the tape, the DVD to school.
Well, I
Word.
smoked some weed on my own private time, but it still fucked me
No,
over.
but that's life. I mean, yours is. You did it. I did my shit off school campus.
just want to tell my story.
Mine was also off school campus.
You're smoking. It's illegal.
So it's child pornography.
It wasn't
alleged-
child pornography. It was a
alleged.
butt.
Okay,
You
so
see that on America's Funniest Home Videos.
I actually got a art scholarship for to go to an art school, but I thought that shit was gay.
No,
Wait,
no.
what's wrong with gay?
Nothing's wrong with
What's
gay.
wrong with
I
gay?
thought it was really cool. But I also, my mom told me that I would never have a career in art. So I never told her about the scholarship that I got.
Give me just,
I got
just
it.
1 second.
No, you don't get any seconds.
Yeller? Yo, what's up? Hey, we are on a podcast. Would you like to say hello?
I would love to say hello, and I would also love to come by.
You are more than welcome.
I can't tell who that is.
It's
Tim.
Colton. Tim.
Oh, yeah.
Say hello, Tim.
What's up?
This is 10. Yes.
I'm gonna continue my story, but I
I'm muting him. You keep going.
okay. So I got an art scholarship to for a art high school, but my mom had told me previously, because I used to tell my mom that I wanted to be an artist when I grew up, and my mom would be like, "Oh, you're never gonna be an artist. That's not a fulfilling career. You're gonna end up bankrupt and broke by the time you're 20." So I got it freshman year, right before I dropped out, to go to a art high school, which would lead to a college. All funds paid and everything, and I never told my mom or anything about it because I figured she wouldn't support me, and then I dropped out of high school.
So, see, I'm very motivated in fuck you.
Right?
Like when someone says, like the principal said, you won't come back. That's, as the kids would say, bet.
Right?
Bet.
Well, before, I knew she wouldn't be supportive of it because when I was in like middle school, when I was in 6th grade, I told my mom I wanted to be an actor, like in movies and shit like that. I wanted to be a cool Hollywood movie star.
Well, I think,
which is like out of reach as fuck.
Nah, it's not though. That's the thing. You got to work for things.
Yeah, I told my mom, and she was like, "We can't even afford a portfolio for you. Like, blah 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 blah. You'll never become an actor. You have stage fright. How are you going to be an actor?" And I was like, "Well, Mom, I got to get over that." And so I gave up acting, and I'd always drawn. So, whenever I got that scholarship, they pulled me aside when I was in one of my classes. And they were like, "Hey, it was my art teacher. She was like, 'Hey, we think that your art's really well, and there are I don't remember if it was like 10 or 20 spots open, but there are so and so many spots open in this art school, and to get a scholarship completely paid for." And I turned it down because I figured my mom wouldn't let me do it. And I never told my mom about it, actually.
Oh, this seems really dumb on your part. See how dumb you are? You big
Yeah.
dumb.
I don't know, man.
They were like, "You're the best one that can not. You stay in the lines when you color."
I've been really dry with my art for the past couple of years. I think like 2 years after I dropped out of high school, I just kind of stopped drawing. So I don't think it was too bad. I think I would have lost motivation, and then I would have flunked out of the art school. So, plus I never would have met Colton, and that.
Well, that would have been better for your life too.
Fuck, I'd probably have a car and a house by now.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Anyways, shall we hit pause for a moment until he gets back, since
Yes.
he's missing half of this? All right, we'll be right back after this commercial break. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and bitch at Colton. He took a phone call, walked away with the friend 10, about to be coming over here. He decided to go talk to him on the phone rather than finish this recording session.
I hope you like that commercial.
Yeah. Oh, you were still muted because you were dumb when you were on the phone. Okay, now say what you're gonna say.
Nice commercial
Oh, you're
break.
an idiot. I hate you now.
Nice commercial break.
So what do you want to talk about now? What was so important that you had to run downstairs and talk on the phone for 10 minutes?
It's not my business.
Oh, that's funny because everyone's business now.
10's girlfriend broke up with him.
Okay, that's it. Don't say any more. All right, what else do you want to talk about?
Toby gave me 26. I say gave. I'm purchasing 26 band shirts from Toby.
I'm a bit of a t-shirt hoarder. We went through my t-shirt stash.
There was at least like 200 shirts.
If you want to buy one of the shirts, they're being sold on Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. So when I go to shows and concerts and stuff, I always try to make it a point to at least buy 1 to 2 t-shirts. Even if it's a band that I don't necessarily know or love, I try to support them. Like, now, if I totally just dislike them, I'm not going to buy any merch. I'm not going to wear something that I absolutely didn't care for. But if they impressed me a little bit, maybe I'll never listen to them again, but they impressed me enough to where I was like, I'll buy something. That's kind of what I do, right? So that's why I have so many band shirts because
There's a lot of oh, I can't remember. You had like 5, a lot like bird shirts.
well, that was one of my favorite bands for a long time. Like my favorite bands, of course, I'm gonna have like a bunch of their shirts.
Right.
There's also like Ninja Turtle, Marvel, and DC shirts.
Dude, he had like 5 Ninja Turtle shirts that were like almost exactly the same.
We were looking at them and like they're almost like everything. The art is the same except the turtles' heads will be like turned a different direction.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah, there was like
I
5.
don't know. Look, and here's the other thing. Like the nerdy stuff, like, yeah, I bought a lot of that, but like some of it came in loot crates, some of it got for Christmas. Oh my gosh, they're trying to eat on recording and everything.
Sorry, I'm really hungry.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
At least I'm not allegedly putting a chemical, or what is it, DMX or whatever, DMT?
DMX.
What?
Rough Riders. What? Where my dogs at?
Upstairs.
Yeah, but
Tennessee.
like on Joe Rogan where he like drugged himself.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Holmes.
Yeah, Holmes.
You're just talking about DMX?
And DMT? I don't know.
DMX.
X gonna give it to you.
There you
X
go.
gonna deliver it to you. What? Open up the doors for you. I only know that because
Can't wait.
Deadpool.
I can't wait till he gets to the N word.
Are you sick?
No.
Oh, I'm sick. Oh.
Well, since your other friend has arrived and I don't have another microphone set up, shall we wrap this one up?
We shall wrap this.
What
one
are
up.
your final thoughts? What did you learn today?
I learned that I'm a dickhead and I'm a dumbass. Allegedly, though.
What about you, Bunny?
I probably should have went to that art school.
Probably. So you didn't realize that you're selfish with your own time, Colton?
I am selfish with a lot of things.
Yeah, but you. So this motherfucker knew that you were coming over. 10's off microphone, and he decided he ditched us to go down there and talk to you on the phone instead of talk to you in person when you got here for that entire time, like a dumb fuck.
We were
So
recording.
we had to pause the recording.
No, it was a commercial break.
We had a very long commercial.
There's no commercial. There's no commercial.
It was commercials.
But anyways, he's selfish, is what I'm saying. So we're trying to learn a little bit about Colton here.
Selfish, yes.
Anyways, do you have anything else you want to say or anything? Wrap this up. Say goodbye. At the end of a podcast, you thank everyone for listening, and
Thank you for your time and your wasted time. This has been Super Talk Bros.
and the
Damn.
baby's awake.
Damn, riders were done.
Oh, he woke up. I don't know if you could hear the crying, but
Yeah, I was about to be like, is the noise on?
oh, poor baby. All right, bye everyone.